Wanted to give you guys a close-up of the electronics, at least the electronics that I've changed. Now again, this is a 1975. It was actually made in December of 75, so on the title it's a 1976 BMW R75/6. So as far as electronics, I kept the original coils. I do have a Regulator Rectifier on here. That was very simple to wire in. It's all color coded, comes with an easy instruction. You've got your wires that run down to your alternator, and it's plug and play. I mean, I really didn't have to change anything, just plugged it in. And then of course I've got a positive and negative that run back to the battery to charge the battery. I'll show you the battery here in just a second. That's actually a custom battery box that a friend of mine made for me. I guess you really can't see the battery. I'll show you what's in it though. I've got another battery. So Regulator Rectifier, Rick's Regulator Rectifier, kept the same original master cylinder for the front brakes. In the headlight bucket where the original wiring was at, it's still where a lot of the wiring is. Of course, it's simplified quite a bit from the original, but I have a Moto Gadget Breakout box A in the headlight bucket, and that sends the signal to the Motoscope Pro for your turn signals, bright lights, neutral, oil pressure switch, that kind of stuff. So it's just kind of similar to a junction box, really. But fire up the Motoscope Pro here. Got it set up for voltage, so I can keep track of the battery voltage output, and then of course miles per hour. Right now it's showing neutral, and then the oil pressure light is on because obviously there's no oil pressure, it's not running. And then your turn signal indicator is right here. Now it's the same one for both sides. So if that's flashing, you've got a turn signal on basically instead of a left and right. So let me get on the other side and I can show you. Okay, so we're on the other side now. There's the MO unit, blue, from Moto Gadget. And guys, let me tell you, I'm not a wiring guy, okay? I understand electricity to an extent, but when it comes to wiring up a machine, that is not my thing. But I actually was able to do this. I did have to send an email to Revival Cycles, which is the company that I bought my Moto Gadget products from, and they sent me some wiring diagrams that helped out quite a bit. But honestly, this was about as simple as you can possibly get to wire up a motorcycle. And I had to start from scratch on this bike. I actually had to rewire everything. And so this Moto Gadget MO unit, it could not have made it any simpler. And everything is color coded the way the instructions instructed, and power, ground, etc. I mean, it's really about as simple as you can get. So this kind of looks like a mouse nest right here, but this was the extra lengths of wire. I wanted to have a little bit of slack in the system in case I needed to pull some more wires out to make room for the front wheel to turn. I do have 2 holes in the frame right here where I've ran my wiring back to my tail light and back to the battery, so that some of that's in the frame to kind of clean things up. And this looks a little bit messy, but it has a purpose, and it's actually hidden under the tank. So anyway, that's the electronics. I didn't change a lot other than just converting everything over to LED, and of course the regulator rectifier, and then the MO unit as opposed to the original breaker box and switches and everything that were in the headlight bucket. That was pretty messy, and I wanted to simplify and clean things up. So that's the electronics on it. Just wanted to give you guys a close-up on it. And if you have any questions, leave me a message in the comments under the video, and I will try to help you as much as I can. This was my first build, and I learned a lot of things along the way, and I'd be happy to try to help anybody that I can if it's something that I can help with. So